Welcome to the Mr. Bill Show.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the Mr. Bill Show. We got 80s karaoke and puppets galore. Spin the wheel for $1 and hell give you some more. Blondes have more fun. Mr. Bill sees to that. Stacks them on the screen to get the super chats. Only comes out in the daylight, but he's staying up late. Laura's not camera ready, but he's gonna wait. Welcome to the Mr. Bill Show. 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 Welcome to the Mr. Bill Show. Welcome, Pam. Race stream, live stream. We all scream for ice cream. The Mr. Bill Shuffle is his claim to fame. Won't remember frosted tips, but you'll remember his name. Welcome to the Mr. Bill Show. 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 The Mr. Bill Show. The Mr. Bill Show. The Mr. Bill Show. Welcome to the Mr. Bill Show. Welcome to the Mr. Bill Show. Welcome to the Mr. Bill Show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, TD Wave, being the first one in the chat. Hopefully, you guys are all doing okay. Sorry about the poll question. I was having trouble seeing if it was going to go live there or not, so I just put a quick little question in there. Not a whole lot of thought process into that question. But anyway, if you guys want to subscribe to the Burger King or whatever here, looks like they have a good channel there. That's, you never know what kind of intro video I'm going to do next for you there. So today was chickens. I'm not sure what tomorrow's kind of intro video is going to be, but I'm going to still shout them out since I use their content there. There you go. Check out the Burger King. They have a lot of different birds and chickens and all sorts of stuff on their little 8-hour streams. Looks like they do it once every day or something like that, maybe 2 or 3 times a week or something like that. Oh, you can cats in the summertime. Cats TV, interesting. Check them out there if you like. Let's go check and see on some news here. If you want to see my face, I don't think you do, but you're gonna see it anyway. There it is. A few people showing up here. Afternoon, warm day out there. People out there enjoying the sunshine. I was out there driving people around town and things like that. So time for me to rest here. I do want to kind of keep an eye on.
It's so nice to have you here.
Starlink here, taking off here in about 7 minutes.
Pleasure to be here.
Oh my gosh.
See if I can keep an eye on this. Hold on, let me do 2 things
are
here.
going to say when they see you here?
Hold on. What?
Is called the QD, or Quick Disconnect. Configure their comm systems for flight and are rapid. The ship and the booster configure their comm systems for flight and are rapidly running leak checks on gas and fluid tanks. The booster goes to internal power and its engines get their final priming for launch, while the ship's engines begin their ascent bleed profile and arms the automatic flight safety system.
Yeah, and once we pass T-minus 40 seconds, we still have the ability to rapidly recycle the count under certain conditions back to T-minus 40 seconds and hold there to assess what happened, review the data, and decide if we can proceed again all the way down to T0. We estimate we have around 5 minutes of hold time there. The flame diverter on pad 2 activates at around T-minus 17 seconds, and it enters what is essentially the point of no return at T-minus 10 seconds. And there's a chance we could recycle, but the closer we get to T-minus 10, the lower that chance becomes.
All right, we are coming up on 2 minutes. We have completed propellant loading on the booster, just shut down the fuel pump for loading onto the ship, so we're closing all of that out now.
Thank you. Thank you.
2 minutes to go. One
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
aspect to V3, we're not going to start the engines up in kind of different sets. All 33 of those Raptors going to turn on all at once.
Just like freeze
You're
that
going to see the booster move off the
button
pad
so
a
you guys
whole
can
lot
see the
quicker.
button is when it's lit. When it's all red, then it means it's on. When
Once
it's
again, if you've just joined us,
not
this
lit,
is the
means
first flight for version 3 of Starship.
it's on.
The ship, which is the upper part, the black part there at the top, the booster, which is the part below that, have been completely redesigned, as well as the launch pad that you see it sitting at, as well as the engines that power both the ship and the booster. Today's test flight is a massive step forward in our developmental program.
All right, and we're coming up here on T-minus 1 minute. So let's go to the pad and let the rocket do the talking as V3 fully comes alive.
T-minus 1 minute.
All right, so we did hit the hold at T-minus 40. Again, this is something that is built into the timeline. Not surprising, as we are doing this first flight off of pad 2. Sounds like we might already be clear. We held for a second just to make sure that the quick disconnect vents were basically ready for their final throwbacks. So we'll hang tight for a couple of seconds. I think we're about to reset, and the reset is in. Counting down, first flight of Starship V3. Psych, back to rapid recycle. All right, so hold here for a second. Looks like we're still managing some pressures in the ship quick disconnect. All right, still going to hang out for a couple of seconds here at T-minus 40. Again, not surprising. This is new vehicle, new pad, doing all these things for the very...
Or quick disconnect vent gate.
Flight directors, go up and launch.
Back to rapid recycle, so we're going to hold at T-minus 40 again. Hang tight for a second. We'll see what tripped this last one. As a reminder, we can hang out for quite a few minutes at T-minus 40 if we need the extra time. You're not actively loading propellant onto the vehicle anymore, so the main thing you're kind of keeping an eye on is all of the temperatures inside those propellant tanks.
The fact that you have Democrat senators who want to stop the United States government and stop President Trump from doing what he can to help free Cuba from more than 60 years of totalitarianism and a dictatorship. But then the same Democrats will come here and lecture everybody in America about how they're the only ones that stand for freedom, that stand for democracy. Give me a break. They're lying. But this isn't new. They lie about this stuff all the time because we work in these halls. And when we try to just do simple common sense policy to actually open up America's economy for the American people, drive down costs, have healthcare that makes sense, you know who stops us? The same Democrats who go on the trail and talk about how they're the only one standing for the little guy. That war powers resolution that they're bringing is indicative of the fact that the Democrats will tolerate totalitarianism on their watch. And they will let it happen. They will watch people starve. They will watch people be oppressed, and they won't lift a finger, but they'll go to their cocktail party and talk about how they stand for freedom and liberty and democracy. Give me a break. I don't listen to them anymore. And that resolution is why.
Said it before, new pad, new rocket, learning new things about this hardware performing in the flight environment. Taking a look at some of the sensors on the arm that manages the quick disconnect to the ship.
Some of them are serious about those things, but like Stephen Smith just pointed out, that it's not going anywhere because they certainly won't have the votes to do those kind of things. But like I said, why can't we just, root for our military? Why can't we just say, I don't have to agree everything
Now you can hear me talk.
the president has done or the kind of
Now you can
things
hear me
he
talk
says.
because I
But we should be on the side
You're
of
on the
America,
side of the thing
and
here.
we should be on the side of civilization.
Yeah, you can
in
hear me
the
talk.
free world, and I'm on that side. And I don't know why I'm the only Democrat that says those kinds of
Better hear me
things
talk.
at this point. And I'm going to continue to always to vote to support our military.
Well, if he's on top of it,
whatever's required for
that's
them
Brett.
to do to hold Iran accountable and make that region more safe.
Well, you're the most civilized Democrat, and you're
Some of them are serious about those things.
What did Catherine Bass have to say here?
Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez, who has endorsed you, he wants to explore ways to let politics is all about timing. With Donald Trump in the White House, is this the right time for Los Angeles to go down this path?
Well, I think we need to explore it. Now, I've not seen exactly what he's calling for. I have a little familiarity of what happens in other cities. And for example, some cities will allow people to vote in like city council and school board elections because they pay local taxes, but they are not necessarily undocumented. They might be here completely legally, but have not finished the citizenship process. So we'll wait and see.
Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez.
Well, actually, almost makes sense there. Almost makes sense on that one there. But yeah, what's going on here on this other thing here? Let me take that off the screen again. Is they're getting ready to do the Starship test here. They're gonna do some like drop off some Starlink dummy things, whatever, kind of pretend like they're dropping them off, but they're not really going to drop off more Starlinks out there, but to make it look like they are testing out new engines, things like that. I just like to see it take off and have that backdrop or whatever of the Gulf of America, I think is where they're at about that background there. Anyway, pretty cool place to be, but they're having, so it's a new thing there and a new rocket system. I guess that bottom system there, they're having a little bit of trouble with the last minute things going on here. So that's why it's paused at 40 seconds. That's from what I'm understanding anyway of the situation here.
Still have a short amount of hold time still remaining.
Yes, it is. That bottom structure there, the stone structure there where all the thrust goes into, I think that they kind of make sure that that's solid or whatever, doesn't sort of have any issues or something like that, as it kind of vents through there or something like that. Almost looks like a small pyramid, though. The way it looks.
Still holding T minus 40.
Use that for a second. So listen to Nick Shirley here for a second.
About where all this fraud taking place, it's literally not even a 10-mile radius where
Yesterday, I
most of
think.
this fraud took place. It's within like a 2-mile radius, and this is all around where her congressional district. And so for her to say that she didn't know about this fraud is such a lie, and she's obviously trying to cover her face. I mean, look at her net worth; it just went down by $29 million.
Yeah.
40 seconds.
And we know that
if that moves, I'll
many of the
back to
individuals
it.
involved in this had campaign rallies at various restaurants connected to this and so forth. Nick, I wanted to ask you about this.
About where all this fraud taking place, it's literally not even.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, somebody was trying to ask Ilhan Omar a question the other day. Let's see if she answered it.
Did you ask Minnesota Democrats to block the subpoena for the investigation of Feeding Our Future on the state level? The House Republicans are considering investigating Feeding Our Future now. Your role in it, would you cooperate with that subpoena and provide documents if they request it here in the House Oversight Committee?
Afraid to answer the question,
Did you
huh?
ask Minnesota Democrats to block the subpoena?
Interesting. Should ask people to block a subpoena. Interesting. Here's another stupid lady in Washington, D.C., as you probably know.
Enacted Muslim bans, kidnapped and disappeared.
She has nothing else good to say because the fraud's kind of against her and all this other stuff. So she's going to correct racism again. That's what this one's about.
Trump ran his campaigns and these administrations on stoking fear and racism against communities of color and promoting hate. Enacted
How do you tell me one example?
Muslim bans, kidnapped and
Bans against countries that are violent, not Muslim necessarily, ones that have violent countries that do things just like Obama did. Next.
disappeared immigrants of all immigration statuses.
There's 2 immigration statuses, legally here and not legally here. Okay. If you're legally here, then you're legally here and you have your documents. Ooh, I wonder if something happened here.
New rocket, new pad. We're learning about a lot about these systems as we execute them for the first time, and we're not able to basically troubleshoot all of these issues in those final seconds to get to launch. But that essentially makes this a wet dress rehearsal. We were able to fully load the vehicles, and we're going to take the time now, figure out what tripped us up before launch, and then actually get into a flight tomorrow. We do have the ability to essentially rapidly recycle. We are expecting to be able to make another flight attempt tomorrow, but obviously stay tuned to our social media at SpaceX on X and our website, spacex.com, for updates. So no flight today. We will give it another try tomorrow.
That's too bad. Go full screen anyway with this stuff.
Including U.S. citizens, forced universities to roll back their diversity, equity, inclusion efforts.
It's unconstitutional to begin with. Yeah. So you want to talk about the Constitution? It basically says be colorblind. Diversity, equity, inclusion is telling people not to be colorblind. So you're just defeating your own purpose there.
Stripped voting rights from black and brown voters.
How did they take anybody's voting rights away? Please explain this to me. Please explain it. Quit throwing words out without backing them up.
Voters disenfranchising women and rural voters with the SAVE Act that he wants.
You really want to get reelected so bad, so you're going to put this on your social media saying Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, he racist, Trump racist. I can't explain why. I'm just going to say things that make me sound like I know what I'm talking about. So Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad.
Wants to pass. It's all a shameless plan to return America to single party control by a Republican Party who, unable to
and party control by putting minorities all in one area. That's not usually a good thing to do, to force everybody to be in one area and have them vote for Democrats based on, in your opinion, skin color, but everybody has their own decision-making process. They don't have to vote the same way all the time. You understand how that works?
Win on any sort of policy merits turns to an
I'm not
old
muted.
racist playbook that restricts the power of Black, brown, and working class voters and goes after any political
Yeah. I'm not muted anymore. I'm verified here and I verified there, so I'm muted. Yeah, go fast forward.
foes just to hold on to power. That's what's happening. For decades, Trump ran as
For decades, you've been race baiting and trying to get people to vote for you based on race baiting and say Republicans bad, vote for me, I'll fight the Republicans, and I'm a woman of color, so you have to vote for me because that's what is important, because DEI is important. Vote for me because of my skin color. Not what this guy would say here. Wesley Hunt knows what content of your character is about here. You should listen to what this guy has to say about racism and American stuff.
A moment to revisit what actual Jim Crow was. Jim Crow was a time when Black Americans could not sit in classrooms with white Americans. It was colored-only water fountains. It was beatings in the streets. It was lynchings. It was fear. It was public humiliation. My own father, who grew up in a segregated South in New Orleans, had to walk around to the back of a restaurant just to order a sandwich in the French quarters of New Orleans because of the color of his skin. That was Jim Crow. And that is precisely why it is so offensive to compare that era of legalized discrimination and racial terror to showing a photo ID in a voting booth. And it's just as offensive when groups and organizations like these manufacture faux hate and racial tension. Requiring identification to vote is not oppression. It is not segregation. It is not racism. Let's take a moment to revisit what actual Jim Crow.
X. Joey Jones got in, back in the reserves here.
I state your full name.
I, Johnny Joseph Jones,
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations.
No, you're not watching Fox News, even though both those guys were on Fox News before. They probably will be again in the future. I don't know. Portland homeless situation here. Kevin Dahlgren. What's going on here? Is it the Willamette? By Tualatin River, I'm guessing. Johnson Creek. Houseboat. Almost houseboat. I'm guessing if it's near Portland, it's either through Walton River, a little further south than most of Portland. Johnson Creek, kind of in the east side of Portland, right? I'm trying to think of like a creek or something on the west side. It's probably on the east side, so it's Willamette River, maybe, but it's not big enough to be the Willamette River there, I don't think. Probably Johnson Creek. I'll try to make it. Oh, actually, no, I got a delivery coming that day. I might not be able to make it. Do they find bodies in there also? But yeah, look at all the stuff around there. It's just very messy. That's either the Willamette or Columbia there. Columbia, I would guess. Wait, what bridge is that in the background?
See, you're getting brave, huh? You're getting brave. We're down here mostly catching fish. She likes to have an aquarium, and so she catches these little minnows and takes them home and grows them big and lets them go.
Look at that houseboat. Wow. Anyway, tells you what's going on in Portland there for a second. Listen to Mr. Kennedy here.
For sick people. Now, once again, Medicaid is supposed to be for sick people.
Feds are messing with you. Oh, I'm sure. Kamala, what's going on? What feds are messing with you?
When you're spending other people's money, it's real easy to expand beyond that. The Medicaid program in California will pay for scooters. I get that. Sometimes that might be necessary. Bicycles, but it'll also pay for music lessons. The Medicaid program in California will also pay for art lessons. We are this.
If you're telling the truth, come on, you probably are. Some related to that time when you and Shane were down there, followed you to your bank early. That's crazy.
This money didn't just fall from heaven. We all thank heaven for it, but it
Sure, they're feds and not Black Bloc or something like that.
came out of people's pockets.
Better be safe out there.
And that's how we end up having $1.2 trillion over a 10-year period stolen from the Medicaid program. Now,
Crazy. What's going on here? The next order. Families have carried grief for 30 years. What's going on
I do want to bring in Oscar Fernandez here with me. He left Cuba in 1961 when you were just 15
No, you can already emphasize the Cuba situation yet.
years old.
That is correct.
Tell me about what today means in the news of the indictment of Raul Castro.
It means some justice for the Cuban people. For 67 years, I'm sorry, we have been ignored by everybody, the United Nations, the Organization of American States, the European Union, everybody. So we hope this is the beginning of the downfall of the Castro regime. Sorry, little emotional. And we're ready to go back and help in the reconstruction of our country. With work, with money, with investment, and with love. That has been lacking in Cuba for the last 6 decades.
Oscar, thank you so much for sharing your perspective. I know you're getting emotional because this is a huge day for the Cuban community.
It is.
You and yourself, multi-generations. What are you hoping happens next?
Well, this should be the beginning of the downfall. This should be the beginning of a
That's very-
liberation of Cuba.
The IRS assaulting you, is what you're thinking, huh? Audio's low on this thing here. Let me turn it up here.
With the help of the United States, CIA, I can no longer fight, but the U.S. is being a second home to us, truth be told. I got kids and grandkids born here in Florida and in New York. And we're ready to do our part. This administration is the only administration I'm sorry, that is trying to open the door for us. And we are not going to let this opportunity go by.
Well said, Cuban people.
I do want to.
Stephen Miller here. This was more recent here, 4 hours ago.
That clearly was a sticking point. You seem to be interested in the 1.8 billion fund. That clearly was a sticking point today up on Capitol Hill. Is there anyone that the president is reaching out to, making calls to? It's not going to be on his desk by June 1st, which I think is a deadline he had set earlier. So,
well, that's a good closing question, only because it allows me to say this, which is that we lived through 4 years of, more than 4 years actually, but I'll just say 4 years in this case, of unimaginable weaponization of the federal government against innocent people. We've had so many lives. Again, it really goes back, so I would say further, but so many lives destroyed, so many livelihoods ruined, so many people who were deprived of their fundamental rights and freedoms as American citizens. And this settlement is just a small measure of the justice that they are owed. Anyways, thank you all for your time.
how are the Iran talks going?
Mr. Miller's pushing that 1.8 billion to reparations for people who've been unjustly attacked by weaponization. What was this one about? Brandon Gill.
Believe in defunding the police.
I believe in public safety, and that means driving dollars to where we're most likely to prevent crimes from happening and ensure that we have responsive law enforcement that doesn't violate people's rights and it prevents crime.
Does that mean driving dollars away from law enforcement?
It means making sure we're driving dollars to the things that support public safety, and that's a
possibly away from
variety
law
of
en-
things.
So possibly away from law enforcement.
Well, I think we have law enforcement. We have talked about the need for law enforcement, particularly when we're fighting hate and bias crimes, which
I
have
agree. We
more
certainly
than doubled in
do
this
need law
country since
enforcement.
2015.
Law enforcement's
So I think
very important. During your mayoral race a few years ago, you said, quote, "I'm going to take $1 billion from New York City Police Department." Do you still think that's a good idea?
Wow.
Well, I'm here to talk about hate crimes, not my run
just asking
for
if that's-
city.
if- I'm
I
asking from
stand
a
by my
public's-
run for mayor, and I
you
appreciate
stand
the
by that statement.
opportunity
You also
to try to
stated-
drive dollars
You also
to
stated
public
you
safety.
have to cut the police budget and change what we mean by policing. Do you still stand by that statement as well?
I stand by the need to invest in community safety, to ensure that
by
we have a
defunding the
vibrant
police.
civil rights
We want public safety by getting rid of a lot of the police officers. How is that going to make the public safe? Seriously.
community that is able to participate in
I just want
keeping
to be
our
clear. You
community
believe in
safe from hate
investing
and
in
bias.
community safety by defunding the police?
I am here to say that I'm really grateful for the Southern Poverty Law Center because it is doing
Because they are encouraging hate by paying people to hate. Usually people don't need a monetary reason to hate people. The Southern these people serious?
work, including with law
And you think that
enforcement,
defunding
to
the police
prevent
makes our community
hate and
safer?
bias
Okay,
crimes.
I've got another question for you. What is a black job?
You'd have to ask Donald Trump.
I'm not sure what that means. I'm referring to a statement that you made a year ago on your LinkedIn. I was so honored and proud to be a New York State delegate for our next president, with Vice President Kamala Harris ascending to her black job.
Donald Trump made a comment that was very stereotypical about black people, and it was a
Is that
joke about his stereotypical statement about black
What is a
You wrote the comment, not Donald Trump writing the comment. What do you mean by your comment? If you want to ask Donald Trump what he meant by his comment, feel free. We're trying to find out what you mean by your comment. Can you have a civil discussion here. He's trying to help you have a civil discussion, lady.
Black job.
You'll have to ask Donald Trump.
I have to ask, well, Donald Trump's not on the witness stand. so
Well,
asking
and
you.
I'm here to talk.
You're there to talk about your record and things like that. Your record is partly that comment that you made there. So if you're unable to do that, then what are you doing there as you're a witness?
About hate crime, which I hope you want to talk about.
Oh my goodness, this is.
Could
The
Hillary-
gentleman
could
will
Hillary
yield. I can
Clinton-
clarify that.
No, I'd like to hear from the witness, but I appreciate it. Could Hillary Clinton have filled that black job? What you call
You
a
have
black
to
job?
ask Donald Trump.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
What? These people. Trump did not write the comment. You wrote the comment.
Um,
And you assume they assume what Trump meant by his comment or whatever. I think it was on the debate stage or something like that. What was this lady doing here?
The fuck is she doing? What do you need?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that we were supposed to sit here, especially since you were behind me, so now you want to go ahead?
What the heck? I was seriously expecting a feminine voice. No, I'm not hearing a feminine voice. Tina Codex, long time no see. What's going on? What have you been up to? Somebody was asking me in Fat Patriots chat or something like that, that they were worried that you were taking down your videos or something like that. What's going on with you? We got questions. We got questions. Actually, wait, Unscripted was probably in the Fat Patriot chat. Maybe she can find out for what. And shout out your other channel. You have a cabin channel or something like that. Yes, next always says yes. Right, make sure you're not Tina Kotex, which has a screwdriver there. He can shout out his other cabin channel. If you guys want to see all his cabin videos and wood cutting videos, he'll hopefully put in his Paul Bunyan channel or whatever in the chat there. I think it's called Paul Bunyan channel. But yes, I'm alive. As surprised as that Tina's alive. Everybody was surprised not Tina's alive or something. I don't know.
I'm just going to block you, and now you're not going to go anywhere today till I get here. How's that?
Nobody's answering, so how is this my fault?
It says till 2 o'clock. Maybe if you rolled your goddamn window down, you'd hear it. You got
Okay,
everyone back
so-
up here who don't hear that message because you're busy playing on your fucking phone.
Okay, so what do you have to do here?
I'm not going to completely stereotype that voice, but that voice does sound like a minority voice. Am I mistaken? Does that sound like a person that's might have a minority? And this person, this likely leftist here, is yelling at a black person, in my opinion. I thought that was a bad thing to do.
What do you have to do here if it's open at 2? Why are you here?
Because I'm here to pick something up too.
Okay, so if it don't
I'm here
open
to
till
pick up something
2.
for an elderly family member. I gotta
Okay,
call my
so
parents
if
in
it
the
don't
car. What are you
open,
doing?
if it don't open at 2, then how the hell are you gonna pick up your medicine?
Easy.
Answer me that.
Easy. I'm right in front of that thing. How are you gonna get it?
Okay, can you get the fuck off my car? Thank you, sir.
Actually, it's man, but fuck you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Like I said.
Sir? Oh, really? Sir?
Thank
Sir?
you.
You want to keep saying sir, bitch? You want to keep saying sir, bitch?
Yeah, very feminine behavior there. Very, very feminine, very ladylike behavior from this individual here, right?
Piece of shit. Piece of fucking shit. You want to keep saying sir? Are you a Trump voter?
What are you gonna do?
Are you a Trump voter?
No,
Is
the
that what
fuck
you are?
I'm not.
Oh,
But
really?
what the
'Cause you're
fuck are you
talking
gonna
like
one
one
do?
right
What are you gonna
now. Are you a
do?
MAGA
What are you
bitch?
gonna do?
Isn't that the first? Whenever there's anything that's slightly not leftist from their opinion, you know, that they'll assume that the person is a MAGA person in their minds, an evil person, you know, automatically or whatever. If the person misgenders somebody or something like that, they automatically have to be considered a MAGA person, even though what 60-70% of the people kind of are against, you know, the pronoun game, basically, you know, like call you what you you're by name or whatever. The person hasn't said their name, so they're not gonna.
Like a MAGA bitch.
But you touching my shit like you own it. Do you own it? Do you own it?
I thought, again, assuming she's black there, why would you assume that she's a Trump voter?
touching me, son.
Okay, but why are you touching my stuff?
I'm not touching.
Why are you touching my
I'm
stuff?
not touching anything.
Clearly,
Why
you
are
was
you
just.
blocking
I
everything?
have you
This
on
window
camera.
goes so
I have you. Bro, I'm not even playing. I'm not playing. Get the fuck in the car. I am not playing with you.
Oh, you're not playing? What do you think of?
Bro.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Blocking her in the driveway like that. What the heck? Wonder if there's anybody behind her.
Get the fuck in your car. I'm not fucking
Yeah, minority. I saw the hand.
playing with you.
She's not playing. Crazy on that one there.
What is she doing?
That was Miss Mary's content, or wasn't her content, but she reposted that video. What's going on with this one here? The proud American and Trump supporters aren't going anywhere, this lady says.
Yes, I'm Latina. And yes, I'm Republican. Yes, I love Donald Trump. I loved and still love Charlie Kirk. I am for ICE and
Hey, Evangelist, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, you flaked on somebody? Oh, shame on you, Tina. You're in trouble. Wag my finger at you. That was major TDS going on there. When you automatically assume if somebody's mad at you, or if they misgender you, or say something that's not friendly to you, you must be a MAGA person if you criticize me for any reason. Yeah. Maybe we're criticizing you because you're acting like an idiot. Hopefully you're doing good. Did somebody tell not Tina Kotex that put his cabin channel in the chat here? He hasn't put his cabin channel in the chat yet, so we can follow the cabin channel. Okay, so Snooks, you're gonna have to get on not Tina Kotek's case or whatever, or find his cabin channel, which I probably could find myself, but tell him to put his cabin channel in the chat so everybody can subscribe.
I am for deporting all of the illegal immigrants. Let's see, what else? I do have an IQ that's higher than average. Thank you very much. And I really don't care.
There he is. There he
people
is.
Think about me, and it's okay if
Everybody. Now I got to go see you. We're going to do a test here for you guys. Here, follow the test here. I'm going to go down here. Mr. Real Stream, where is it? Okay, there it is. He is at 16 subscribers right now. And I've got how many viewers right now? 12 viewers. So I think a third of you guys could probably go subscribe to him real quick here on his cabin channel. I think that's fairly nice to ask for at least a third of the people. That would make 4 people go give him a subscription over there. That would get him to 20 subscribers. I'd suggest get him to 25, but at least get him to 20 subscribers over on the Patriot Cabin channel over there. You'd put up another video here of a 78-year-old that runs his own backwoods sawmill here, whatever. We might watch some of that if you guys want to. Okay, you're welcome. I always shout people out. I need to find a way to link that channel here. Hold it. Just watch the rest of this video, and I'll do the Nightbot thing for this thing here.
If you're a Latina out there and you're a Republican or a Latino, that's totally fine. Let me tell you why. Because we're not defined by the color of our skin or what culture our ancestors came from. Because me personally, my family's been here for a couple hundred years. So I'm American through and through. I don't know anything about my heritage in terms of where my ancestors came from. And I don't think it really matters because I'm here. This is the country that has provided opportunities for my family. This is the country that has given my parents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents every opportunity that they needed to be successful. So, you know what? If you want to hate on the country that gives you, you want to bite the hand that feeds you, then get out of here. Like, if you don't want to say that you support Christian values, you support, the American flag, our troops, maybe because your IQ is so low, you don't understand the strategy behind Iran and China and all the other things that have happened recently in this administration, then leave. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to apologize for being Republican and Hispanic and MAGA, Latina. Like, that's what I am. I'm a Latina. I love Trump. You guys can say anything that you want to say. All I do is laugh when I read the comments. That's all I do. It doesn't faze me. So go for it. Come at me, bro. For real.
I guess if you saw that or whatever, if you mods, if you want to or whatever, I'll remember it for you. But NTK2 is now his cabin channel or whatever. If you wanted to do that, or should I just? Yeah, for now I'll do it that way. Eventually, maybe I'll just put them both onto NTK by itself. But let's get his cabin channel shouted out here and get that a little bit more attention over there. Okay. NTK2 is going to be that link for his cabin channel. Let's see what's next on the list here. James O'Keefe had a little video here the other day, May 20th. Speaks to DOJ indicted Brenda Brown for the first time. See if this is important here for you.
We're in Brenda Brown's apartment complex. That's the individual who paid cash for registration. That's a federal felony.
Yeah, very common sense. I don't know who that. If she's a Hispanic lady, I should usually. I don't always kind of remember the channels because usually the video is grabbed by somebody else and put up under their name or something like that. Is that Cam Higbee that's with him? It's Cam Higbee that's with him. I think they've done other videos together. Anyway, no. If I see another video, I'll try to remember who it was. But this is James O'Keefe here and Cam Higbee there, I believe.
Hey, Brenda Brown.
Yes, sir.
Hey, may I talk to you for a moment? How you doing? How you doing? James O'Keefe.
Is the video?
No, this is the cash that you gave for registration form. It's a federal felony. It's a federal felony to give cash.
Oh, okay. So what's going on now?
This is you on tape.
So what's going on?
What's going on is that it's a federal crime, and the Department of Justice is looking into this because you gave cash for a voter registration form. You know it's a federal crime, right?
So what's going on? What's going on?
Well, what's going on is I'm a journalist.
If she doesn't want to get caught or whatever, she'll say, I didn't know, or something like that. If she knowingly did it, then yeah, she probably shouldn't want to admit it or whatever, but I'm sure she allegedly did know what she was doing when she did the thing.
And I published a video about it. That's you, right?
I asked you why you did it.
Why'd you do it? Who do you work for?
Who do you work for?
Who's giving you the cash?
Join the good guys.
Join us. Be a hero. Blow the whistle on it, Brenda.
Come to our side.
Take it off. You could be a hero and tell the world who's giving you the cash. We want to work with you. I'm okay. Okay. Very good. I'll do that.
Can the two of us
My
go?
security guard is here to protect me. I have a security guard. I can't go in there alone. What's that? I have a a journalist. I have two security. Can I come in and talk to you without that? I'm not coming in alone. Here you go. I have to come in for security, ma'am. Is that okay? I'm not coming in alone. These gentlemen right here.
He's got no recording devices or anything.
I've got no recording devices on me, but I can't. They. Okay. Can you come in? I'll be right back. You stay right here.
Yeah, I'm doing. How's it going?
That's a big security guy.
No camera.
Just me, right?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Private residence, and if she doesn't want cameras, she doesn't have to have cameras.
You guys talk on camera about this. I'll be right back.
James O'Keefe entered Miss Brown's apartment and agreed to an off-record conversation due to the DOJ's indictment. We believe it's important for you to know what Miss Brown said to James. James asked Miss Brown, who is paying you? Miss Brown responded with, it's my own money. I give it to the homeless people. When asked if the petition company she contracts with pays her to commit these election crimes, Ms. Brown stated no. Anything else? I think she has Mason there, maybe. Ms. Brenda Brown also told James in her apartment that she has other names of people on Skid Row who are performing worse election crimes than herself. Brown spoke to James about election petitioners using real California voters' information to forge petition signatures. It appears that Ms. Brown is cooperating with the DOJ to provide them information of other potential election fraudsters in LA. Yeah, but she's going after the smaller fish. The DOJ wants the bigger fish. They don't want the small fish. They want the people who are paying people to get signatures out there. They don't want the people that are actually getting the signatures and things like this. They want the upper end type people, you know, the Democrat organizations allegedly that are sort of paying some of these people to get their registrations changed and things like that, which they're not supposed to do, are they? Liar, pants on fire. You guys still watching? If you guys are watching. Why don't I get the like love here, guys? You guys aren't hitting the like button on my thing. You're not hitting the subscribe button anymore. You get so many unsubscribes lately. Let's check and see other on the Patriot guy thing. Oh, there's a Ground Zero's live. I just noticed there. I'm not sure what he's doing, but 19 subscribers. Patriot Cabin's got 19. We got one more subscriber. We need at least one more. I wish we could get him to 25. But right now we'll sell for getting Latina Kotex Cabin channel to get him to 20, preferably 25, but I'll settle for getting him to 20 today. Okay, click on that thing there, get him to 20. Thank you. O'Keefe Media Group. If you guys like kind of cabin outdoorsy kind of stuff, it's a good stuff there. We might watch some of his video here when we're done here. Burchett's always a good guy here.
It's done 3,700 stock trades in the first quarter of this year. What do you make of that?
Is
it legal? I think it is.
I think it is legal.
And he reported it. So yeah, it's within the law.
Should the law be changed? To not allow presidents and I guess public officials generally to
one
not
thing
trade?
about Trump is it's costing him money being in here. You have these guys come in here not worth anything and leave Congress or stay in Congress worth millions and do those exact number of trades. I mean, Pelosi in the top 10, she's number 11. She's not even in the top 10 for stock traders. So we got a huge problem with that up here, and until somebody gets some clear direction, it's not going to change. But all the legislation that I saw anyway dealt just exclusively with Congress. That's where the problem is. That's where.
But should it also go to the staff of the Congress people out there also? I think that would be kind of something also, because the staff of the congressional people or whatever know just as much about what Congress people are going to vote on than the Congress people themselves. And they could have kickbacks or whatever with the staff of the Congress people. Like, okay, I'm going to give you some information, but when I want a free dinner from you or something from you, you're going to give it because I'm going to give you this information. These kind of little kickbacks that, because the staff member knows about what business or something like that might get some more money going their way. They should kind of be included in the fact that, okay, if you're being paid by the government under a congressional person directly, then yeah, you shouldn't be there. If you're one of the Congress staff people, you know, the people at the front of there that do all the kind of clerk work and things like that, maybe not those people, but the actual people that are employed by the Congress people should be included in that, in my opinion.
But Trump didn't come in here with nothing. I mean, he came in here with money. Does it just amount to greed at this point, or is it some sort of like recompense that he feels he's owed? Or,
No, I mean, you know, I doubt he's individually making those stock trades.
Yeah,
I would say that he's got brokers that do that and manage his money. I know he doesn't sleep, but at some point, that many trades, that's crazy to think that he can do that on his own. So yeah, I'd say he's probably got an independent broker that does that for him, and just like a lot of them do up here.
All right. Hand you over to my colleague Charlie here.
Charlie, what's up, baby?
What's up, Mr. Burchett?
That guy was weird. We already saw that one. So this one about probably Jennings destroying another argument.
First of all, why did he sue the IRS?
Because it was a leak.
Because they leaked his tax returns illegally.
No, the IRS didn't
One
leak.
second.
The IRS, be clear, the IRS didn't leak.
an independent contractor did. So
Oh.
therefore, it doesn't apply.
It's a nice hair splitting, but
No,
his-
it's frivolous.
he-
It was a
he
frivolous
himself-
law to begin with. That
Trump-
matters.
he himself-
It matters.
How did the subcontractor get the information? You absolute idiot. The subcontractor does not deal with tax forms. So why would he sue them to get to the IRS? What a stupid way to argument on these people.
This happened during
Trump's administration.
Yes.
Facts matter.
He himself was the victim of the federal government being weaponized against him for political purposes. That's number one. Number two, I believe this deal on the
I'm gonna get paused on the screen now.
looking back, it doesn't apply forward looking. It has to do with this period of time.
Now,
Number three, on the fund, we talked about this a little bit last night. I think that, the idea that someone who attacked a police officer, they should not get money. That's not right. However, if someone does have a legitimate claim that they were over prosecuted or targeted unfairly or was on the periphery of some issue and had no reason to be targeted, and they have a legitimate claim against the government, I have no problem with that. I think the government makes mistakes all the time, and people should be able to
well, if we were talking about legitimate claims,
go
it'd
back
be
against their
transparent.
government over
It
there.
would be transparent.
First of all,
Interesting. Let's show $1.8 billion. Let's see where that goes. Mike Lee. Oh, no, 7-minute video. It's not right now. What was this? Masterclass? 2 days ago. Old news. Already saw that one.
Those attacks are why I had to write this book, Why Fascists Fear Teachers. I warn about the dangers of these attacks on knowledge and pluralism.
As you're basically all the teachers took off on Labor Day, left their school, prevented kids from getting the knowledge from the teachers. And this is the person in charge of the teachers unions.
And I spell out the ways we can fight back. And it will be in bookstores in September.
I can't stand these people. They say one thing like, we care for the children. And then at the same time, we're not going to really do anything to support the children. We're going to go fight Trump instead of teach our kids. And this is interesting. This student here who is barred from presenting her pro-life poem because it's offensive to read her poem. So we can share it with the world here.
A life is a life, no matter how small. 73 million people have been killed in 1 year and will be killed again this year, if not more, when they are completely innocent humans. They never get.
Hey, Paul, make sure you follow Natina Kotex's cabin channel there. What does he call it again? Patriot Cabin channel. Check out that channel there. We're trying to give him up to 25 subscribers today if we can here. He's at 20 right now. We're here to give him 4 subscribers. If you can help him get up to 25 subscribers, that would be cool. All right. Thank you.
To see light of day before they are cast away. They did nothing wrong except exist and were dismissed. People say women in healthcare but never think how unfair. They kill a baby for simply being there. The word of God says, "You knit me together in my mother's womb. How come we never listen to this and try to send them to a tomb? I am fearfully, wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. His works are wonderful. A person is a person no matter how small. A life is a life no matter how small." We often forget this important detail. This detail could save a life. 60% of babies who weren't intended have died because of this. Why do people kill these innocent babies with a pill? Why do people say babies in the womb are a mistake, a thing that needs to be gotten rid of? Why? When you ask someone, is murder bad? They say yes, of course. But how come when you say murdering innocent babies is bad, they shame you? They say women's rights in healthcare, but what about the baby's rights? That's what's unfair. From the moment they are created, they are a human person. They are created in God's image. People say women's rights in healthcare, they say it's just a clump of cells, but no one dwells on the fact that a baby still has a heartbeat at 6 weeks. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing compares to the love a mother has for her baby. So just maybe, we let them have a chance to live and that love will grow. Destruction, dismay, dread. When will people comprehend that this needs to come to an end? A life is a life, no matter how small.
Well said. Well said.
A life is a life, no matter how.
And that was Libs of TikTok. Jefferson County school districts evidently are not really helping her out there. I might follow that just to watch a video that if their school district is getting a little bit crazy. Okay. Done with that one. Any late breaking news that I might have missed here, guys? Do a little quick refresh here on this stuff here. It's like here Oregonian mowed his lawn. That's a good thing. Nicki Minaj, SpaceX. What the heck?
They better say all good things. But they're gonna be excited, and they're probably gonna want to come themselves next time.
I mean, anybody can come and watch the launches. It's super accessible to the public, so we welcome that.
Okay, Barb's, come on down because this is a lot of fun.
Look at those fingernails. Fingernails are longer than her fingers.
And I'm excited. Is it about to happen at any minute?
So you see that number right there in the top left corner, 6.5 minutes.
6 minutes left?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, but
Yes.
this is historic. This is a major moment, y'all.
Yeah.
It is.
Is this your first rocket launch that you've seen live?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, and she missed it because it wasn't able to go up there. I got it.
How do you feel?
Very.
Hopefully Elon bought her. Not that she needs to have anybody to buy her dinner or whatever, but hopefully compensate her for her time or whatever.
Very, very excited. I'm happy it's a good day. I thought
She messed up with the microphone, but anyway, not that I care about Nicki Minaj. It was weird to see her at SpaceX. Let's see any other crazy news here. Blah blah blah. Spider Mike, I could care less about. So fresh and so clean. Oh, Tommy got a haircut. Seahawk fan. Good. I didn't know he was a Seahawk fan. Okay. See, people keep thinking I'm mad at Tommy Boy or disagree with Tommy Boy. As you see, I follow Tommy Boy. I'll like the video, this picture there. I'll even repost it because he's a Seahawk thing there. I must sort of be mad at Tommy Boy, evidently, or something like that. Like, what the heck is? Hopefully, they understand. You can criticize actions of a person. Let's go back up and look at this. I like this about him. I like the sunglasses. Not a big fan of guys wearing pink shirts or something like that. That's just a personal thing. Not a fan of smoking or something like that. But like the Seahawk, like the attitude, like the smile, like the clean shave look or whatever. I need to do that myself. Is it okay to be upset with certain actions and things like that, but still like the person? I think it is. But some people out there like, no, you criticize somebody. You said he said the wrong thing or something like that. No, I said I wouldn't do that. Anyway, drama. What is Ocasio-Cortez looking at honey for? No audio on this one. Is that AI? Is that AI, or is she just seriously just looking at honey like that?
He'd like me to go, but it's going to be just a small little private affair, and I'm going to try and make it. I'm in the midst. I said, this is not good timing for me. I have a thing called Iran and other things. That's one I can't win on. If I do it.
You after delivery, I think you might be right on that one. I know right before delivery, up to 9 months or whatever, they don't have any issues. Right after delivery, I'd have to check the exact law on that.
Attend, I get killed. If I don't attend, I get killed. By the fake news, of course, I'm talking about. No, but he's got a very person who I've known for a long time, and hopefully they're going to have a great marriage.
Mr. President, actually,
Let's see if there's anything else to watch here for a second there. Oh, there's an old video of Geyer getting confronted by Travis. Is there any late breaking news, Geyer? It has been a while to continue, but Geyer needs a security team, especially now with reporting we are in the middle of. Hopefully you're doing good, Geyer. He always gets chased around everywhere, so wish he could get afforded a security team out there if he's getting into trouble like that. Teaching them lies. What are they teaching them? I don't want to watch that one there. Don't care about that one. It's not news. No more news related things, it looks like. Wait, 3 hours ago, Oregon voters rejected by a large margin Measure 120, a major transportation funding package that would have raised gas taxes in the May primary elections.
Is raising transportation taxes a viable option after Oregonians strongly oppose it?
Well, we have a strong bipartisan group of experts who are going to help us craft the plan for next year. We all agree that we need safe highways, safe bridges. Clearly, with the giant spike in gas prices caused by President Trump's war with Iran, really affected people's opinion of that measure, particularly in the May primary this week. So I'm focused on the future. I am focused on.
No. What really affected that with a little bit of the Iran closing off the Hormuz Strait there was the fact that we're tired of irresponsible state government not being able to handle the money that they're already given and keep wasting it on things that they don't need to waste it on. When you can't even clean up simple graffiti on the signs that are out there in Portland, you think we're really going to trust you to use the money to clean up potholes on the roads when you can't even sort of stop graffiti vandals out there all the time? No. When you start to show that you're responsible and able to do the basics of your job of, making sure the infrastructure is good, then maybe they'll be okay with raising the taxes slightly. But until then, you don't expect the taxpayers to continue to fund your nonsense, in my opinion. Okay. I think that's good. Let me play a video of 4 days ago, stacking firewood. Was it 4 days ago on this one here? Let's watch this one here. Let's watch this one. This is not Tina Kotex over here. See what he was doing here.
The technology today allows one person to make lumber. Bob runs this mill. He's been running it, I think, 18 years. He's been making his own lumber.
I quit working for other people, supposedly retired. I'm in my 18th year since I
doing this.
Quit reporting to other jobs.
He's got several hundred acres of land here. So many of the trees come from his own land, but he also gets other sources of lumber, other people who need maybe some trees removed from a property, and that includes salvage logging. What's really impressive to me, I've known Bob for years. He's 78, right? 78 years old. And like, how many people that age are doing this kind of hard work out here? And it's a nice day today, but you've been out here when it's like,
oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Snowing, raining.
Please subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed to Tina Kotex's other channel there, NTK2 for the mods, FYI. And of course, his other main channel is regular NTK, but he's putting these kind of videos on this channel here. And it would be cool if you guys can eventually get him to 50 so he could go live. I think he can try to find a way to go live without it, but YouTube officially you have to have 50 to go live. So maybe he can go live from the sawmill or whatever if he gets a Starlink connected or something. And then he could go live from there also. I would imagine it was in it, Tina, if you don't mind me playing it here. Something to do there. I'm not sure how many people are going to chill out with us to watch it here, but I might have to check something on upstairs while people watch this, and you can inform them about what's going on here if you want to, or if you want me to, or whatever. You can come on and talk about it if you want to here. Otherwise, I'll just play it here. Mount a little camera on the blade. Oh, you always do the mounting of the camera thing, don't you? Oh, that is cool. If you mount it right there on the edge like that as it's going over that, that's cool. Oh, I see. And then there's that blade that's cutting it right down the middle there. Sort of like cutting a pizza in half, basically, right? Except, this is like a very thick pizza that you're cutting through right here, right down the middle. It reminds me of like a car wash here. Like it's lumber's going through a car wash to get clean, except it's going through a machine to get chopped. And then once it got cut the first time, then it's cut a different way here. Oh, it's like trimmed off that top part there. Okay, then. Oh, then is it going to go on another side? Oh, I see right off this. That got set. Repositions it. I see. He did a little fast forwarding on that video, didn't he? Again, here's that link to the channel there, not TNet Codex's Bug Out Cabin channel, or Patriot Cabin, I think it is. I think it's where he gives you content like this. Look at this slab. Is that what they call it? Just kind of taking off the trim kind of thing on the outside of it there. Taking off that slab. So they basically, now that you have like a square log there, and that way you can just kind of cut it to the lengths you want there. I got you. What do you do with the other parts that, not measured? Big bonfire or something like that? Like the bark dust or something like that? You convert that to like bark dust and sawdust, probably, if it's not good for plywood type stuff or 2x4s. Hey, Robbie, I think you already subscribed to Not Gina Codex's channel, but if you haven't, if you don't mind, if you like this kind of fun content, outdoorsy kind of stuff, check out his channel there. Hopefully you're doing good, Robbie. Thank you for watching and hitting the like button. Turns it into firewood. I would imagine so. You might be able to kind of make some use of it or something like that, but for the most part, it's firewood and sawdust bark dust stuff, I think. Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. A diesel engine, I would imagine, on that. The hydraulics working there probably runs on diesel. Two by whatever, I'm guessing. That's got a little bit of a crack in it there. gas. Okay, I was thinking small motor. After I said diesel, I'm like, nah, diesel is usually for bigger engines, I would think. Gasoline's more for your smaller, tractor type engines, is similar to a tractor type engine here, I would guess. This shot is from camera mounted right behind the blade. I'm like, were you kind of crossing your fingers? Like, please make sure that thing holds. Otherwise, the blade's gonna get the camera. Like, don't drop camera. Don't drop. It's right in the crevice area between the. Oh yeah. I don't know, that's crazy. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So I wonder if he's going to end up doing that all the way through and leave or is he going to end up taking off some of the weight off the top of there? Or is it just going to keep going? I guess we'll find out here. Don't tell us. I'm kind of curious if it keeps all the top stuff all the way through as he goes further down. From the other angle, I can see. Yeah, my riding lawnmower has a Kohler engine. Oh, I see. And the sawdust gets swept up, similar to like a lawnmower, that spits out the grass. This thing spits out the dust. Hey, Ed Eagle, how you doing? Nice to see you. Make sure you guys are all subscribed. You should see the link for Not Tina Kotex's channel there in the chat there. So please do me a favor and get him at least 25 for us over there. I'm not sure if he can go. I'm not sure if he wants to do a live stream. It's kind of more fun probably him to do the videos. In case he did want to live stream to this channel out there, give him the option here. So eventually we'll get him to 50, okay? He goes over there and then he lowers it another 2 inches with his little machine that he probably has there, and it's probably rather accurate. That looks like a digital display that he was looking at there, so it probably doesn't have to do any kind of physical adjustments to get that 2 inches. Does he have to do anything physical, or is it all kind of done by finger when it goes up and down with that 2 inches or something like that? I'm guessing it's fairly automatic. Yeah, he didn't lower anything. It was all done by hand. Chicken farmers, just to get a place for them to nest or whatever, instead of hay or whatever, they would lay on the sawdust or kind of hang out with the sawdust, I'm guessing. more expensive than free, that's for sure. And like he said, 78 years old, as you can sort of see, he uses that little adjuster thing. So instead of having to carry 45 pounds, give or take, depending on doing 3 at a time, it looks like there. And then he's only putting about 20 pounds of weight on his body versus the whole full 45, 50 pounds at a time if he's taking 3 of those at a time. Anybody want to do the calculations on that one there? I don't even or try. I'm just going to ballpark it at 40 or 50 pounds each grab there. He's still pushing the poundage, but he's not lifting the poundage, you know what I'm saying? That'd be cool. That would be cool. Very cool, yeah. Hey, not Tina. I got to do something up here. If you want to or whatever, I can keep this playing, or if you want to come on and explain something or whatever that's going on while it plays, what would you rather have? Just type it out, or would you want to come on and talk about it with the chat while I do other stuff for 10 or 20 minutes? We're at 10 minutes through your 33-minute video here, or I can do it later on tonight. Make sure you guys all subscribe, guys. I'm not sure if you guys put a 1 if you're already subscribed to Tina Kodex's channel and his cabin channel. Put a 2 if you haven't done it yet, and then do it. But otherwise, I'll keep playing it for a little while. But I got to go upstairs and do some things for a little bit here. But if you wanted me to send you the link, Robbie already subscribed, good deal. Already subscribed, Evangelist, good deal. Who else is in the chat there? I got other lurkers in the channel. Well, you're not too many, but Kathy already subscribed. Okay, let's make sure, just double checking. Trying to get him to 25. At least we got him to 20. Ed Eagle already subscribed. Good deal. Good deal. Good. Thank you guys. It sounds like you guys are engaged enough in this, so I'm just going to do it later. Okay, I'm just going to let play. I'll be back in 5 or 10, maybe. If you guys want to watch this, you don't have to, or whatever. If I don't see 10 people here when I get back, I'll end it. But you have to do yard work. No worries. You guys want to watch this for 10 minutes here? It's up to you. I'll be back in a little bit. If there's a mod in here, keep putting in his channel if you see new chatters out there.
Bob, how long have you been doing this? I don't think I ever asked you.
I quit working for other people, supposedly retired. I'm in my 18th year since I
doing this.
Quit reporting to other jobs.
But you worked for a mill in Tacoma, and you managed all the equipment.
Yes.
And you maintained everything, kept the mill running. You were a supervisor, right?
Well, no, I was a lead man. I wasn't a supervisor.
So I don't know what the difference between a lead man and a
Well,
supervisor is.
a lead man gets to use his tools. A supervisor stands around and tells somebody else how to do it.
Oh, that's good.
Tools are a lot easier to deal with than people.
We'll try this. Now you were telling me yesterday that the lumber that you're cutting now is salvage lumber.
It's all salvage logs. These trees have died, and people are bringing them to me, and I'm making lumber for them.
Nice.
And
nice.
I mean, it's pretty rewarding when you can take salvage what normally would be thrown into the garbage pile or burn
Right.
up or whatever to making lumber out of it for buildings.
And and what's unique about your lumber, I know, is you don't cut it nominal like you get in Home Depot or Lowe's.
No, I do not.
It's because I've purchased this lumber. I've done a lot of building with this lumber, and it's like a 1/4 inch larger in both dimensions.
If
right?
somebody wants to surface it down, they can
Mhm.
make nominal lumber out of mine. But I cut mine oversized. But I'm not going to tell you the other reason.
You're not going to tell me why you cut it oversized?
That's right.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. We'll just keep everybody in suspense. They'll be guessing.
If somebody starts buying lumber from me and starts building a building, they're going to have to come back to me to get the same size lumber. It's just
How long were
marketing.
you working in the industry in Tacoma?
Well, in my working career, I had 37 years.
Okay, so you know lumber. I mean, when you look at a log, you know where to cut, how to turn.
There is a way to cut them, and there's a way to cut them wrong.
All right, so this is a great machine. I notice it does all the turning for you. It sets the logs in position, but is there some thinking that goes into?
Oh yeah, I do all of that.
Yeah, right. The mill doesn't do that.
I don't have the computer that the big mills do.
And what does one like this cost now?
I'm not sure, but somewhere close to 80 grand.
80 grand.
Yeah.
Really? For some reason, the number I had in my head was 45,000, and maybe that was 5 years ago. I don't know.
Well, this mill listed when I bought it for 45,000. I didn't pay 45,000.
Okay.
I'm always looking for good deals, and this is my third Wood-Mizer sawmill. I had an LT40, an LT50, and then I bought this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad I did. Not that the others were bad, but this one's just better.
And the lumber, is it? I've seen you get some lumber that is probably not local, but most of it's local.
Yeah, most of it's local. I have people bring from the west side. I don't know. If somebody brings me a log and drops it off, I'll cut it into something. My dad bought his first sawmill in 1952 when I was 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know a little bit about cutting lumber, forest management. I won't be too bad right now, but everybody says they love the trees, but there's a way to love trees and there's a way not to love trees.
Mm-hmm.
They're put here for a reason, and we're supposed to make the biggest cut out of that we can and maintain the good oxygen for us to keep breathing. But I try to operate on zero waste. If it won't make a board, it will make firewood.
Right.
And I don't let anything go to waste.
And I know that some neighbors of mine have purchased the the slabs, the part that you cut off the log that still has the bark on it,
Right.
and use that for fencing.
Use that
to
for
kind of make
fencing.
a rustic fence.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got one too.
Yeah.
I didn't build it, but I'll bet they bought those from you. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Well, there's a large here. Well, over here, there's a large pile of sawdust over there. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. This is so pro. We can walk over there later. So we got this large pile of sawdust over there. And that's how I met Walt, the chicken farmer. Because he was over here getting sawdust for his chickens, right?
Yep. A lot of people do.
Yeah, I've done it too. That way you're not having to buy straw, which is expensive. And this gets used for chickens. I've used it also as mulch.
Yes.
On trees.
I have people come in and get it for mulch. I have it. People that have blueberries absolutely love sawdust because it gives the blueberries more flavor, and it really makes them sparkle on the outside. Their skins are beautiful. And there's different kinds of sawdust for different things. The stuff that comes off of here is real fine. And then there's the other chainsaw or my edger. It's a coarser sawdust, and but it's all sawdust.
And it makes great insulation.
Yes, it does.
Sawdust. You know, back in the 1800s, they used sawdust to keep ice from melting in the summertime.
Right.
They'd cut the ice out of the lakes and put it in these big warehouses and use sawdust.
Sawdust and cork.
Oh, cork.
Cork, yeah. In fact, I've got a building down by the road that it wasn't the 1800s, but it was.
You're not that old.
I'm not that old.
No, okay.
No. They, it's the
kick me
walls
out
are
if I
12
keep
inches
going.
thick and it's all filled with sawdust.
Well, it's good to know. And I think, you know, there's this kind of mindset
Not so much.
that rural people aren't good stewards. I think that in the blue cities, they sort of have this attitude, but it's good to know everything, you know, that you're doing is to use every part of the tree and eliminate waste.
Yep.
And you're using salvage trees.
I don't have to take my stuff to the landfill, which I'm really proud of because it's all usable for something.
Right, and it all goes to a good purpose. These logs behind me are pine. They were killed by drought, and now they'll be turned into lumber. Make something useful out of them, other than letting them sit in the forest and become. Well, pine will rot. It'll rot. So the lumber that we saw Bob cutting today is all salvage lumber that was killed by drought.
Means it won't keep growing, but it's still good. The wood is still good for making houses and such.
We're quite a few years into a long drought in the Pacific Northwest. And as the trees get stressed by drought, then the bark beetles come in. They know that the trees are struggling. They take advantage of that, and they burrow in through the bark, and they cut kind of little tunnels under the bark. Those tunnels cut off the supply of water that comes up through the cambium to the tree, and it kills the tree. This tiny little beetle like this big can kill massive trees like these pines and the firs, both the pines and the firs. There's one kind of bark beetle that attacks the pines and another one that attacks the firs. And unfortunately, we're seeing both of those all through Oregon, Washington, and Idaho right now, and throughout the West.
No, it's not unfiltered. This is not Tina Kotek's friend here. He's known for a few years. It's a lumber mill out in Central Oregon area, probably on the way to Central Oregon anyway. Out there, 78 years old, and doing his own little kind of or sawmill on his acreage. Make sure you do me a favor if you haven't done it already. I probably say it too many times. I'm trying to at least get him to 21 subscribers. We got him to 20 subscribers, but please do me a favor, guys, and follow on Tina Kodex's cabin channel here, for lack of a better name. You have an Alaskan chainsaw mill. That's about all. Oh, wow. Not Tina Kodex was heading out to do some work, or he might still be in the chat, though. Not to shout myself out too much, guys, but if you guys don't mind, I'm still looking to get 4 more subscribers or 4 more followers on my Facebook. Am I begging too much, guys, for you guys to hit that Facebook link and allow me to start going live on Facebook? I'd really appreciate it. Hopefully that's the right link in that Nightbot thing, but if it's not the right link, I'll put in the correct link right here. Let me know if you have any trouble getting there. There's the link there, I believe. Oops, wrong button. Not right button. There you go. Hopefully, I get 4 more followers there on Facebook, and I can start to go live from Facebook too. Yeah. Oh, you like it still better than the Huskies when it comes to like a regular saw or something like that? Interesting. That's some old saws of my dad's or whatever, but they're always probably have to choke them just right and things like that. I don't usually either, to tell you the truth, Evangelist. But still, it'd be nice to have another platform option anyway. But I understand. I usually just go there for Messenger with family and friends, you know. Let's go walk anything. Ooh, walker. I heard of that one. We're almost done, guys. 6 more minutes, and I've got it on 1.25 speed, and we'll call it a day or something like that. You guys probably, a lot of you guys probably watch Climatics or whatever anyway. Weird. Maybe it's just YouTube doing something or something, guys. But I'm noticing that I keep losing subscribers or whatever. Maybe I need to remember, like, check my subscriber count before my stream and see if it changes after the stream. But I have 3 less subscribers now than I had yesterday. So I'm like, what the heck? I don't think anybody's trash talking me or whatever out there, but if they are, somebody can let me know if they want. It's like, why am I losing subscribers? So it's probably just a YouTube bot cleanup or something like that that I'm guessing is going on now. Something like that. Where's the one? It's stream settings, edits, customization, redirect. I'll do. Yeah, I figured something like that. Yeah, it's deactivating, not using YouTube anymore, canceling or YouTube deactivating their accounts or not using them or whatever, trying to save their own space or something. Yeah, I doubt people are like going through their thing like, oh, it's Mr. Bill. I'm going to unsubscribe. Like, I would have. He was in the chat earlier. He might not be in here, or maybe he is still in here. But him and all those maggot. See he's got that camera mounted right there. His little GoPro camera. I need to get one of the. I thought I want to get the DJI version, and mount it there. It's kind of a cool little video angle right there. God forbid somebody do that. That'd be crazy, man. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Two and a half more minutes. 2 minutes away. I'm doing it. Oh, MVP of the cult. Oh man, no, I want to be like the other day we were. If Chris is the president or whatever of the club, I think it was, and Unfiltered was one of the governors of the club in his region or something like that, then I want to be a governor in the club, the South Portland area. Okay, I get to be one of the governors of the cult in the South Portland metro area. So I want to see how he's got it all set up like that. Sort of at the other angle, because he's got that thing right there, and that's where the sawdust goes. picks the boards up, uses that thing to transfer them over there. Very efficient operation. Hey, Mrs. Axtell's in the house. How you doing, Mrs. Axtell? We just finished watching Not Tina Kotex's little video here. You might have seen some of his content here, but it's pretty cool to watch this. I got to go get a sandwich. Got to work on your pronunciations, or unless that's the way how they say sandwich where you come from. When Mrs. Axtell tells her kid that you want a sandwich, she probably says it with a sandwich. I don't know. Oh, Kathy, Grandma, thank you so much for the donation there. I was wondering if that thing even worked or whatever, the Ko-Fi thing or whatever. Let me see. There's probably a way to find out using this thing here if it sends a notification. Just wanted to see how that works. I'm not grifting or anything like that, but see if it sends an email or a text or something like that. I got a voicemail I got to check. What was I going to check? It didn't show up in an email. Did it show up as a text? It was a text. I probably have to go to the Ko-Fi app or whatever. Do I have a Ko-Fi app on this thing here? It's another good way to, I think it works through PayPal or something like that with a Ko-Fi thing. Ko-Fi, did I spell it right? Oh, yes. Or if I have to go to the Ko-Fi website here. Sorry to waste your time here, guys. Just curious about this. But thank you for the donation, no matter how big or small it is. Every little bit helps. Why didn't it show up there? Ko-Fi. There you go. Log into the Ko-Fi. Hopefully I could put the right email in this thing here. Try that one there. No, maybe it's Google. Oh, it did work, I think. 2 coffees. Oh, it was is that what just came in here just recently? Oh, it is. Oh, thank you for the donation very much. Thank you, Kathy. That was very nice. So you didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. Very nice of you to send that thing through there. The cool thing is, it kind of lets you know right there that it kind of shows up in your chat there. It's actually, you might look into doing the Ko-Fi thing too or whatever. So that way, if you want to get the full donation or whatever, rather than the tax off that YouTube takes 30%, the Ko-Fi thing will show up on your screen as you're chatting here if you get it set up. And then it lets you know in the chat that somebody still sent it. You don't have to look at your Cash App all the time. And that way you can sort of say thank you to the person right away in the chat like that. Very cool. Thank you. Jesse's in the chat. Kamal's in the chat. Paul's in the chat. And everybody already went to go to the, not to my Facebook profile, but that was already what I had linked there. You went to the Bug Out Cabin channel here, which is Not Tina Kotex's channel that we just watched 30 minutes of video here of his thing there. Really, you did that, Wolfie? Or Wild? At the cool channel. I got all the cool people in my chat. No, Nightbot didn't get fired. Nightbot just doesn't have a way to kind of link any kind of payments or anything like that. So I have another bot that's the sort of like a Cash App thing, but it's a Ko-Fi thing, they call it. There he goes, transfer. Look at how easy it is that he does this. Very cool, very cool. Good job, Natina. I'll finish the last 4 seconds. Thank you for watching and liking the video. And do me a favor also, guys, if you're already on his channel there, click on that like button right there. And you can even share and copy that also if you wanted to there. Just simply doing that helps the algorithm, I understand there. That was only the 4th review of that video there, and he's got 20 subscribers. So we're going to go to that channel again just to see if we can get him at least 1 more subscriber over there. Make sure Paul subscribes if he doesn't mind, and other people in the chat. Mrs. Axtell probably subscribes already there. She likes to look at cabins and things like that. And there you go. Make sure you guys all subscribe to Not Tina Kotek's channel there. And I'm going to set you up for a little bit of a raid. Thanks again, Kathy Grandma, for being a member and also that amount there. I don't like to say the amount that you sent or whatever. Some people do, but I'll say thank you for whatever you sent. What was I going to do? I was going to find out. Flamatics and Tommy Boy are live. We're going to raid Tommy Boy over here. He's having a jibber jabber session with these guys over here. And Ground Zero, Zach, and everybody else. They don't invite me. They don't have to invite me. I'm not saying they have to invite me or anything like that. I got other things to do anyway. But they're talking over there. You can, if you want to, when I raid Tommy, tell him Mr. Bill says hi. You don't have to.
Rose experience.
All right, guys. I'm gonna take a break. I'll see you. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah. Oh, was he playing? He was just playing. Okay. But anyway, that's Tommy. They're hanging out with those guys there. I'm not sure if Climatic's got the idea from doing panels from me, because I was doing panels before he was doing panels. Just FYI, you know. These days I'll do some other panels. I usually do. I did panels around zero before. Did one yesterday with Chris. Do some with Not Tina and things like that. So I'll try to get some other people. I'll try to do a mod panel one of these days. How would that be? Mrs. Axtell will get like all the cool mods we know or something, like at least the local mods, if not others, and chat about something or whatever on the stream one of these days. That'd be kind of cool to do that with the cool mods out there. Okay. Otherwise, we'll talk to you guys all later. Tell them I said hi. His X account is down. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but he was just in the chat a little while ago. He just went out to work outside or something like that. But from what I understand, he'll be back or whatever. He's probably just kind of resetting things. He wants to create a TikTok and a Rumble for his cabin channel also. Anytime on Thursday. He hasn't sent a link. He doesn't have to or anything like that. No worries. Make sure you guys, let me check and see if you guys, I was hoping to get 21 subscribers. You know, lucky number 21. He says 20 subscribers a second ago on his Not Tina Kotek's. He's still at 20, guys. Can we get him to 21? Who's going to be the 21th subscriber here, guys? Before I end the stream here, do me a favor. Use your backup account and give him 21 subscribers, pretty please. Like Blackjack. Okay, can we get him to 21 over here on this account? That would be very nice of you. I know there's only 8 people watching and you guys probably already all subscribed, but otherwise we're just going to raid you over there. But I was hoping, wait one more minute as I play a song here. An Angry Oregonian song or a Mr. Bill song? Let's do an Angry Oregonian song. He has any new ones by chance? No. Super new ones. I like his country music more than his rock and roll music, more or less. Angry Oregonian, American Proud. Is this the one I like? Oh, it has 22 subs? Okay. Let me double check here. 22. There we go. Every doubt becomes a spark. Small fears come undone. We will shape the morning's gold. Forge the stories we were told. Sun forge, we burn and we become. And also, thank you. We got him to 22. Keep subscribing over there, but also subscribe to Jesse there. Okay, you guys don't have to subscribe to me anymore if you don't want to, but subscribe to Jesse Axtell there also. Pretty please. I think and also who else was in the chat today? Oh, Unfiltered and Raw was in the chat earlier too. I think we linked him when he came in here earlier. I am the grifting for other people person. Okay, I always grift or shout out other people more than I should, baby. But anyway, there's the other channels you guys can follow if you're not already following good patriotic channels like that. Otherwise, we're going to send you over to Tommy Boy or Climatics. I think I had it set for Tommy Boy. We'll see you guys all later. Make sure you guys subscribe to those guys there. Tell Tommy Boy, Mr. Bill said hello. If he sees the chat, he's probably got too busy a chat to even read, but tell him Mr. Bill said hello. And also tell him nice hairdo. Tell him Mr. Bill says nice hairdo. I'll even say that in the chat here. Mr. Bill said to say great new hair do DOO, right? That's how you can do it. Hairdo. There. Copy and paste that, guys. Copy and paste that if you would. If you go to his channel or whatever, maybe he'll see it. If you as enough people copy and paste that in the channel there. You don't have to, but something to do. Anyway, God bless. Guys, have a good night. 30-second countdown. Click the go now, and then you'll go to Tommy's channel. God bless, guys. I'll be on later, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock ish. God bless. Thank you guys so much.